لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ولا مثيل له في علو شأنه وعظيم سلطانه، ونشهد أن سيدنا وسندنا ومولانا محمدا عبده وحبيبه ورسوله، أرسله من أرجح العرب ميزانا وأفصحها بيانا، وأوضح الطريقة ونصح الخليقة صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وأزواجه وأولاده وذريته وخلفائه المهديين من بعده ووزرائه العاملين في عهده، خصوصا منهم على الأئمة خلفاء رسول الله على التحقيق أمراء المؤمنين حضرات أبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي ذوي القدر الجليل، وعلى بقية الصحابة والتابعين رضوان الله تعالى عليهم أجمعين. أيها المؤمنون الحاضرون، اتقوا الله وأطيعوه، إن الله مع الذين اتقوا والذين هم محسنون. O Muslims, believers, Alhamdulillah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us Muslims, خلقنا مسلمين، وشرفنا بحبيبه المصطفى عليه أفضل الصلاة والتسليم, and He honored us to be from Ummah al-Nabi عليه أفضل الصلاة والسلام. And Prophet, he delivered the message, and the message of Islam is not only to pray and fast and do Hajj and make charity and say Shahada. This is what usually everyone is thinking. But Islam is to be good in your manners and behaviors also. To carry the role model that Prophet ﷺ has shown his Sahaba. And to say the truth, we don't have that. We are losing these good manners and good characters. And as time is passing, people are becoming more wild and more away from good characters. They might pray. You might pray the 5 prayers. It becomes like a habit. It becomes like something you do, a routine you do usually, so you keep doing it. Fasting, everyone fasting, you fast. But the most difficult is how to step on your ego, on yourself, and give lesson to yourself, a good lesson, that not what you want I have to do means not what you tell me to do I have to do. No. أعدائك نفسك التي بين جنبيك. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said the biggest enemy for you is the self that is between your body. It is that arrogant self that wants everything for itself, doesn't want anything for anyone. You want everything for yourself, and you might give the crumbs to the others in everything. So the ego is so strong that Prophet ﷺ polished his Sahaba by the state of ihsan. And as time is passing, everyone, if he can take the whole world under his power, he will do it. So, but this is not going to last. It's going to fall one after one. Look, in the Middle East countries, especially Muslim countries, we didn't see that except in France and the French Revolution, or in time of Hitler against Hitler. Muslim countries where those who comes for power, they don't want to leave it. And if they want to leave it, they will leave it on the blood of their people. That is the حب الرياسة, the love to be the leader, the leadership. And now they are spoiling people by making courses all around the world. They call it leadership seminars or workshops. They want to teach you how to be a leader, means how to have a big ego.
Leaders, they have big ego. If they can kill everyone for their own tribe and family, they will do it. They don't want higher goodness for anyone. So this is what we are falling in today. Even those who are very close to awliyaullah, even they are trying to benefit from the name of the sheikh to make their own leadership everywhere around the world. Not necessarily I'm speaking in general. All scholars, the same thing. Teachers in schools, the same things. Professors, the same thing. So this is a maradun mustashri, a sickness that is contaminating everyone and affecting everyone. So Prophet ﷺ has mentioned these things that is going to happen in the last days. We are going to see it. So we have to be very careful of what we are going, how we are going to behave within these problems. One of the hadith of Prophet ﷺ is one of the signs of the last days is that the Arab tribes will fight with each other. Now you see, all Arab tribes are fighting with each other. All Muslims are fighting with each other. Show me a place that there is no fight. But Muslims between Muslims killing each other. They say suicide bombing, they go and kill non-Muslims. Forget about that. They are killing Muslims with their suicide bombs. From Morocco, Africa, North Africa, all the way to Middle East, all the way to the Gulf, to Iran, people are fighting. Prophet ﷺ said from the signs of the last days, عن حذيفة رضي الله عنه عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال والذي نفسي بيده, I'm giving an oath in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that my soul is in His hand. لَتَأْمُرُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ, you are going to call for good, because you see these people who are in some Arab countries, they call them al-amr bil-ma'ruf wal-nahy al-munkar. Those group of people that they tell, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. You see them in Arab countries, especially in Hijaz, in Mecca, Medina. لَتَأْمُرُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ. Even in Europe, in America, they spread. Tablighi people, Wahhabi people, the Sufi peoples, every type of Sunni Muslims, they are doing the same. Even the Shia, they are calling people to their ways. And Prophet said, you are going to do that. They are calling people to Islam. وَلَتَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ, and you are going to prohibit what is bad. أَوْ لَيُوشِكَنَّ اللَّهُ أَنْ يَبْعَثَ عَلَيْكُمْ عِقَابًا. But with that, Allah is going to send on you punishment because of what the majority of Muslims are doing. ثُمَّ عِقَابًا مِنْهُ, punishment from Him. ثُمَّ تَدْعُونَهُ, then you are going to raise your hand as in dua al-kunut, especially when in war's time, you are allowed to do in witr, the last rak'ah, dua, to take away all these difficulties from you, Allah, asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. ثُمَّ تَدْعُونَهُ فَلَا يُسْتَجَابُ لَكُمْ, you will ask Allah, and Allah will not respond to you, will not accept. Throw it in your face. Because of what? Because of our ego. Because of we are seeing ourselves like dragons, want to take everyone in front of us. We are not caring for anyone except our own benefits. Because you are petting the leaders. The people, what they do, they pet the leader. They are hypocrite. They are coming to the leader in any, we are speaking general, presidents, prime ministers, ministers, normal people, normal leaders, doctors, engineers, everyone caress the other, everyone pet the other. Out of hypocrisy, because you need something. Everyone is doing that. To get a job, to get money. We are all falling into that. What Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, عن أبي سعيد الخدري رضي الله عنه, he said that Prophet said sallallahu alaihi wasallam, عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال, said, أفضل الجهاد, the best of jihad, not go and kill people innocent. Look what he said. أفضل الجهاد كلمة, a word. كلمة عدل, a word of justice. To be a just person. If the leader is wrong, you say you are wrong. If the leader says making something wrong or saying something wrong, you say you are wrong. Even he is a minister, or he is an engineer, or he is a scholar, or he is a Sufi, or he is whatever he is. He is doing something wrong, say kalimatu adl. Don't cover. When you cover, you are making him more stubborn, more arrogant, more problems to the community and to the country. Say, no, you are wrong. كلمة عدل. لا يحب الله الجهر بالسوء إلا من ظلم. Allah doesn't like to someone to expose someone else. He doesn't like you to expose anyone except when you are oppressed. Means if you are not oppressed, it's not your business. If you are oppressed, say it. Say in his face or her face. This is an order of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. أفضل الجهاد كلمة عدل. The best of jihad is to say something, the truth, to say a just word, a word of justice. عند سلطان جائر. In the face, so he came up. He didn't went from down to say to you that all of them are included. You go up to the top. So you don't say from the bottom, a janitor, or a carpenter, or a plumber, then a lawyer, then a doctor, then a professor, then a teacher, then a scholar, then a wali, then a president, then a sultan. No. He went up to the top to tell you all of them, after that person are, you have to say a word of justice. He said, عند سلطان جائر. And it is hadith, authentic hadith of Prophet. Even to the face of a tyrant sultan. A sultan that doesn't care except for his pockets and for himself, not looking after his people, you have right to say that, and this is what Prophet ﷺ said, this is the best of jihad. Now today the people are coming and standing up. No? They are standing everywhere in different countries. And they are facing death. And they are, as Prophet ﷺ said, they are making a jihad, not jihad fighting. They don't have weapons. They are killing them, the government's killing them. But they are doing jihad in saying the word, as Prophet ﷺ, word of justice. We don't want you. You are tyrants. Go away. Oh Muslims, this is what is needed. Of course, you are a Muslim, means you are doing the 5 prayers, you are doing the infrastructure of Islam, which is the basic, the first pillar of Islam is Shahada, second 5 pillars of Islam, you know them. But what Prophet ﷺ, there are other side of Islam is ibadat, muamalat, wa i'tiqadat. You have to, different type of Islam. You have the faith. Second level is iman. Iman, to believe in Allah, His prophets, His books, the angels, means you have to go beyond what you are doing of only prayers. And then you come to the highest level, which is ihsan, perfect characters. أَدَّبَنِي رَبِّي فَأَحْسَنَ تَأْدِيبِي. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala disciplined me, He said, perfected my discipline. And Allah said about Him, وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. You are of the best character, Ya Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. عن أبي سعيد الخدري, and I will end, this is because it's important. عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال إياكم والجلوس في الطرقات. إياكم, beware. You see people, they put beware of dogs at their homes. Maulana added it, he said beware of shaitan. Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, beware of sitting on the street. In the street means don't sit in the street with a chair and sit. Don't go to coffee shops in the streets and sit there. And that was the habit of the people at the early stages of Islam. It was in the time of Prophet and before. They sit on the streets. Today, you don't sit on the streets? Huh? Starbucks or on the street? You are on the street. And Prophet said, don't sit on the street. فقالوا يا رسول الله ما لنا من مجالسنا بد نتحدث فيها. There is no other place that we have to sit to talk to each other. So Sahaba answered. Prophet first gave them the highest level of perfection. Don't sit on the street. When they complained, he dropped it down. And he said, فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فإذا أبيتم إلا المجلس, if you have refused except to sit, you want to sit because it's important for you, I'm not prohibiting you, but فَأْتُوا الطَّرِيقَ حَقَّهُ. Give the street its right. So then there is a right for the streets. This is teaching us the good characters, the good manners. What is the right of the street? When you sit on the street with the chair and the table and the coffee and what you do then? Why you don't sit inside? You want to sit on the street, why? To see who is going, who is passing, who is going, who is coming. He said, what they said, وَمَا حَقُّ الطَّرِيقِ يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. What is the right of the street then, Ya Rasulullah? He said, غَضُّ الْبَصَرِ. Lower your gaze. Look down. Don't look everywhere. Look. Who can look? Who can look down? Why you are sitting on the street to look up? Means Prophet is telling them in a very nice diplomatic way. Okay, you want the street, sit on the street, but غض البصر وكف الأذى. And don't harm people by speaking against them, backbiting. Because in that time it was narrow streets and everyone knows everyone, and people they sit in this what you call maqahi sha'biyya. Public cafes. So we sit there, everyone knows each other, they speak against it, backbite each other. غض البصر, lower your gaze. كف الأذى, don't harm people by your talking. وَرَدُّ السَّلَامِ. If someone says Salamu Alaikum, you say Wa Alaikum Assalam. وَالْأَمْرُ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَالنَّهْيِ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ. So Prophet turned it for them as a masjid. If you want to sit on the stage, then call for good and prohibit what is bad. Means discuss your Islamic, my hadith, discuss Holy Quran on your table. Don't discuss umur dunya, the dunya things. So all Muslims, these are small, important characters that we have to follow in our life. It's not only, as we said, Islam is to do the 5 prayers only. No, there are many other things with it comes. Prophet ﷺ is teaching us the best of knowledge. So, أفضل الجهاد, the best of jihad, as he said, كلمة حق. كلمة حق أمام سلطان جائر. To say the word of truth or justice in front of a tyrant. A tyrant, and sultan means from the top all the way down. So there is no one then is excused from being criticized. Don't say you can criticize this one, you cannot criticize this one. Prophet didn't say there is differences. Prophet said criticize everyone if he is oppressor. It's not saying for those who are good. For oppressors, stand up and say to them, no, you are wrong. We don't accept what you are saying. Correct yourself in a nice way. You don't need to fight, because we are not allowed to fight. We accept who is on us, on top of us, but we can say to them, you are wrong. That's why there is opposition. In every country you have opposition. But the opposition, they are not doing for Allah, they are doing for their chairs. That's the difference. But you are doing it for Allah, for Islam, for Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم ولسائر المستغفرين فوزا للمستغفرين. أستغفر الله. الحمد لله حمد الكاملين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين، تعظيما لنبيه وتكريما لفخامة شأن صفيه. فقال عز وجل من قائل مخبرا وآمرا إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الناهي أمته عن دار الجحيم مفخر العرب والعجم، مولانا ومولى العالمين المحترمين سيدنا أبي القاسم محمد. يا أيها المشتاقون نور جماله والمحتاجون شفاعته صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. وبارك اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات، واغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان، ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم يا أرحم الراحمين. وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون، سلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون.
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد. الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله.